Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your brother G Money Wisdom coming back at you with another cryptocurrency video. And in today's video, I'm very excited to bring to you the topic of blockchain. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And what I mean by that is it's not a matter of if it's going to become widely adopted and implemented into our daily lives. It's a matter of when. And the reason why I say this, guys, is I've been doing a lot of research on blockchain technology and all the different sectors and the way it's being implemented and all the ideas that people are coming up with and all the cryptos that people are coming up with and the projects. I'm starting to realize how bullish and how life-changing this technology is. It is truly life-changing, like, honestly, guys. And before I get into the reason why I think that, I'm going to go over why I think it hasn't been widely adopted yet. And the first reason, guys, is because blockchain is still very much so in its infancy in terms of the infrastructure being built and implemented and created, like the physical infrastructure as well. Especially with the ideas, we're still kind of very early in certain sectors like DePINs and DAOs and stuff like that, and even I think DeFi to a certain extent. But I think DeFi has been around for the longest because technically, I think Bitcoin is the original DeFi because it was originally created for an alternative system of exchanging money. It was an alternative money system, and it was the first blockchain technology, basically. It was literally the first one that came out. It came out in 2009. Give me 1 second, guys. Getting hydrated real quick. Talking a lot makes me dehydrated, but anyways, guys, so the first reason I think it hasn't been implemented, like I said, is the lack of physical infrastructure. And quite frankly, guys, we are still very early in blockchain technology. If you're seeing this video as of the date that it's been posted, we're still very early, and you have the chance to see multi-million dollars in your crypto wallets from this current bull run that we're in. And we're still kind of, like, I'd say like halfway through the bull run. Into next year, I think, is when things are really gonna pop off, towards the end of this year. So towards the end of this year into next year, I think, is when things are really gonna pop off and really take off, basically. But we're still very early. That is the first reason. We're still seeing people come up with ideas and trying to implement these things, and that's the biggest reason, quite frankly, why we haven't seen mass adoption. The second is people are just lazy and they don't understand blockchain. They don't take the time to research it. They don't take the time to understand it, because if they did, they would be extremely bullish. People would be aping in, because the concepts with these different sectors of blockchain and blockchain itself is so life-changing and so bullish, guys. And the third reason, I think, the reason why people don't want to research this, is because it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort and desire. You have to really desire to learn blockchain, to really understand it, because there are some concepts that can be kind of difficult to understand, and it takes a lot of time to set aside from your day to really research and delve deep into this thing. And quite frankly, a lot of people don't have a lot of spare time on their hands, because we're all working multiple jobs just trying to make ends meet. And that's one of the biggest reasons why, as well as the fear from FTX and Mt. Gox and just multiple scams going on in the cryptocurrency industry, which unfortunately has been happening a lot. I mean, with any kind of sector or place where money can be made, and a lot of it can be made, there's going to be people who take advantage. So the way to mitigate that, guys, is just to do your own research, really research into what you're buying, so you understand what you're buying and you're not just speculating completely. I mean, you can go full degen if you want, and just buy a bunch of meme coins, and maybe one will take off like 1,000%. I've even seen one that went up to 10,000. So if that was you and you invested into that, good for you. Congratulations, you are now rich for life. But for a majority of people, they ape in at the wrong time. They ape in at the top because they see the price keep going up, but by the time it's reached that price, in my opinion, it's too late, and that's when you get wrecked, and the team or the whales who have invested in this just take their money out, and the entire project just rugs. So those are the three reasons why I think blockchain technology hasn't been widely adopted yet. The main being, obviously, we're still very early. Technology is kind of in its infancy and being implemented in the physical infrastructure and the infrastructure behind it. So now let's get into why I'm so bullish. And there's a couple of reasons for this, guys. The first is blockchain technology itself. And I don't really want to get into what blockchain technology is in this video just to make it not extremely long for you guys. I mean, I'll go over it very simply. It's basically a very secure way to store data and transaction information, and that can be applied to basically anything, because everything in life basically is data and information, and we need some sort of way to store it securely and safely, and blockchain does that. And you can implement it in so many different ways, and we're seeing this with the sectors of DeFi, DEXs, DAOs, DePINs, stuff like that, Internet of Things, Web 3.0. So these are all very extremely bullish things. I'm gonna make videos on all these concepts in the future and really dive deep into them, because I'm just kind of glancing over them for the sake of keeping this video under 10 minutes long. Otherwise, this video would be like hours and hours long. So look into these concepts, guys. DePINs, DAOs, DeFi, DEXs, and Internet of Things, and Web 3.0, and also blockchain 3.0. But I'm not going to get into that in this video. But I'm going to start with DePINs. So DePINs are basically decentralized physical infrastructure networks, and you're basically connecting blockchain software and technology to physical infrastructure and machines, such as robots, drones, sensors, actuators, production machines, wireless networks, computer energy management, stuff like that. I don't have my notes on me exactly, so I might have kind of gotten the last 2 points a little mixed up, but that's basically what DePINs is. You're connecting blockchain technology to physical infrastructure and machines and stuff like that. And the reason why that's so bullish is because imagine a robot run on a blockchain software mixed with AI, and blockchain makes that software extremely secure. So it's very hard to hack the robot to make it do things that are inappropriate or are damaging to the company who's using it and stuff like that. So that's extremely bullish, and I see in the future robots basically automating everything combined with AI and blockchain technology. Those are like a deadly force when you combine those together, because with AI you have some sort of intelligent entity automating everything, and with blockchain you have smart contracts automating everything as well, on top of DAOs, which are decentralized autonomous organizations, which are basically, think of companies that run by themselves. And DAOs are extremely bullish. Give me 1 second, guys. I almost had a sneeze, but basically a DAO is a company that is self-automated and runs by itself. It's run by code, and all you really have to do with a DAO is maintain the physical infrastructure with the machines and the automation systems and stuff like that. And it runs by smart contracts, and with smart contracts it'll do the hiring for you. It'll give employees raises for you. It'll automate all the systems that a company traditionally would need a human being to run, and it does it all by itself. So imagine a company that is basically an infinite profit, passive income generating, scaling machine. So basically, what happens with a DAO is that a bunch of people invest into it, and with these tokens you have governance, and with governance that just basically means you have voting rights and you have power over in the network, like you have a say, and you can basically vote on proposals that'll upgrade the network and make it even more productive and efficient, driving even more profits, and the profits are in turn reinvested towards the token holders, as well as upgrading the network and implementing those upgrades. So like I said, it's basically like an infinite passive income generating machine that just continues to get better and better at generating income, because it's becoming more efficient and more productive with updates that you're voting on. And then with Internet of Things, that's basically kind of like DePINs as well. It's very similar from my understanding, where you're basically connecting everyday devices to the internet, where it's transmitting physical information that it's gathering from its environment and translating that digitally to the internet, and it's collecting data and it's communicating with all these other devices, and they're transmitting that information to the internet digitally. And the way that would work, for instance, would be like a thermostat taking physical information, which would be the temperature, and transmitting that to the internet, and also distributing that information to other thermostats across the city, other houses, light, let's say light infrastructure with lights. They can turn on, turn off, heaters. They could take the information from the temperatures and decide whether it's appropriate to turn on to save money and save energy on energy consumption. Washing machines, dishwashers, stuff like that. You would have smart homes, smart cities, traffic lights, gaining information from the cameras to optimize traffic flow, stuff like that. So that is just absolutely insane. Those are just a couple examples that I could come up with the top of my head, because I forgot to bring my notes with me. I have an entire notebook with just notes all over. The next thing I'm extremely bullish on as well is decentralized finance, which is basically the financial system cutting out the middleman. Because right now we have, let's say you and another person, you're trying to send money to that other person. The bank is in the middle, and you're not actually sending the money directly to your friend. You're sending it to the bank, and then the bank is sending it to your friend, but you have to trust the bank to do that. And for them giving you the right and privilege to do that with your own money, they're taking a cut. And it also takes a lot of time. It's a lot slower than with blockchain technology, where the transaction fees are a lot less as well, and it's a lot faster. Sometimes it could be even instantaneous with blockchains like Caspa, where it can basically handle like 10,000 transactions per second, and with other blockchains like Solana, which is pretty fast as well. That is actually insane, guys. And another thing to also mention with fiat currency, the traditional financial system that we're using right now is a very exploitative, and we're basically slaves because we're working more and more for a currency worth less and less, and it's not backed by anything, guys. It's literally, the only value it has is, like, let's say you need toilet paper and you run out, and you can use $1 to wipe your ass, basically. I don't recommend that because dollars are dirty as hell, but that's the only real use of dollars. They're worthless. They aren't even backed by gold anymore. They're not backed by anything. The government can print them an infinite amount of times, leading to hyperinflation and inflation, which leads to the destruction of its value over time, which is what we're seeing. And that's what inflation is. It's theft, it's slavery. And I think cryptocurrency and blockchain was created for the benefit of humanity, as it was actually created after the 2008-2009 financial crash. And I don't think that is a coincidence at all. But that being said, guys, I'm going to end this video so it's not too long. Those are the reasons why I'm extremely bullish on blockchain technology. You're also able to implement this technology in any sort of way where you need to share transaction information or any kind of data. So like I said, all those different sectors are blockchain technology: DePINs, DEXs, DeFis, DAOs, Internet of Things, Web 3.0. So that is why blockchain is extremely bullish, and I highly recommend you guys do your own research to understand it on a deep level. I'll be making some videos on all these topics to help you guys out. And if you don't want to watch my videos, just check out the stuff on the internet or on YouTube that they already have for these videos. I hope this video helped you guys out. I'll check you in the next one. Do your own research. Invest into blockchain technology. We're still very early. This can make you a millionaire, guys. I hope this video helped you guys out. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.